Hiya, welcome to LSB Feasters radio channel where we keep great radio from the past alive. And today we're remembering a radio legend. His name, Dick Summer. He spent many years on the air in Boston and in New York City. And he just had a unique style, just a really cool, unique voice. The way he spoke was just different, and he had a great way of bringing a story to life. At a young age, Dick was inspired by William B. Williams at WNEW New York. And check this out. When he picked up one of his early jobs in 1957 at WNHC in New Haven, Connecticut, he worked alongside Dan Ingram. What a great inspiration that must have been. One night, he picked up the WBZ signal in Boston and listened to that station and loved it and thought, I'd love to work here. So he sent tape after tape after tape after tape to WBZ, and after a year of sending tapes, he landed the overnight show on WBZ, where he stayed for a long time. He also spent time on WMEX in Boston. And then New York came calling, and he had a chance to work at 95.5 WPLJ, and then eventually moved over to 66 WNBC, 97 WYNY, and 102 WPIX FM in New York. Now, in addition to his radio work, he spent a ton of time doing TV and radio commercials. He was just a real unique talent. Let's check him out, the one and only Dick Summer, on 66 WNBC, New York.
Complete forecast following world and national news on WNBC New York, 11 o'clock.
NBC Radio News, this is Don Doak. Giving Panama control of the Panama Canal would increase chances for the spread of Marxism in Central America, in the view of California's former Governor Ronald Reagan. Reagan expressed his views in a 2-hour meeting with President Carter. The president, though, has formally endorsed the proposed new treaties with Panama and is urging the Senate to ratify them. David Rush reports from Washington.
In his statement, the president indicated he expects a tough battle for Senate ratification. He declared that the agreements will strengthen U.S. security interests, be fair to ourselves and the people of Panama, and ensure free international use of the canal. The treaties transfer control of the canal to Panama by the year 2000 and guarantee the waterway's permanent neutrality. President Carter described the agreements as good ones and added their implementation are important to the nation's long-term interests. As part of the agreement, the administration will try to arrange up to $295 million in loans and credits for Panama. David Rush, NBC News, the White House.
More news after this.
Hi, I'm Landon Saunders. This is Heartbeat. The other day, I learned about a man who had fulfilled the fantasy of just about every man I've ever known. He had married an absolutely gorgeous woman who was fabulously wealthy. She had so much money that he really didn't have to do anything. He could have spent the rest of his life jet-setting around the world, dinner in Rome, skiing in the Alps, playing the tables in Monte Carlo. But he became kind of restless, and so he opened a boutique shop in an exclusive little shopping center. Well, he was losing $10,000 a month, but he stayed busy and he didn't miss the money. After a year or so of this losing $10,000 a month, his banker came to him and said, "Why don't you close this place down and quit throwing away your money?" And the man's quiet reply came, "And then what would I do?" I could have answered him. I'm Landon Saunders, and you can write me at GPO Box 2020, New York City. Heartbeat is furnished by the Highland Church of Christ.
President Carter is due to get a report from the National Security Council on problems associated with production and deployment of the neutron bomb. Marilyn Robinson reports from Washington.
If Mr. Carter's decision on the bomb is positive, it will probably be deployed primarily in West Germany as a part of the NATO arsenal. German officials are less than happy about the bomb, but military observers say any Soviet invasion of Western Europe would come through the northern German plain. What does this bomb do? While its blast is relatively small, it emits lethal doses of gamma rays and neutrons. These neutrons can kill at a distance of 1/4 to 1/2 a mile. It is designed to kill enemy troops by bombarding them with neutrons while causing very little property damage. Marilyn Robinson, NBC News, Washington.
The New York Daily News says a lawyer is offering to sell the rights to 6 hours of recorded conversation with a man accused of being the .44 caliber killer. A juror in the trial in Baltimore of Governor Marvin Mandel of Maryland has been rushed to a hospital. A nurse is quoted as saying the juror, 27-year-old Theodore Brown, fell and hit his head but is okay. Authorities in Brindisi, Italy are holding a 29-year-old Egyptian who hijacked an Air France jet on a flight from Paris to Cairo. The hijacker was pushed from the plane by the pilot into the hands of police. Air France is making arrangements to get the 242 people aboard the plane to their destination. You're listening to NBC News.
Your dog really needs a fine shampoo, just as much as people do. Hearts has a no-tear shampoo for your dog with natural balsam and protein conditioners. New Hearts Love Your Dog shampoo. Get Love Your Dog shampoo. You'll love how extra clean, shiny, and fresh smelling it gets his coat. And the gentle no tears formula takes the terror out of the tub. Balsam, protein, no tears too. Hearts put it all in Love Your Dog shampoo.
You may feel it's an embarrassing subject, but since 1 out of every 3 people suffers hemorrhoid symptoms at some time, you should know about Preparation H. Preparation H gives prompt, temporary relief from occasional pain and itch in many cases. But Preparation H does more, actually helps shrink swelling of hemorrhoidal tissues caused by inflammation. With so many having the problem, it's comforting to know that Preparation H helps shrink swelling of hemorrhoidal tissues. Ointment or suppositories. Use only as directed.
The weather for the metropolitan area, cloudy, warm, and humid tonight through Sunday with a chance of showers and thunder showers during the weekend. The low tonight in the mid-70s, the high Saturday and Sunday in the mid-80s. And repeating the present temperature, 77. I'm John Bohannon, WNBC News.
On 66 NBC. Hi, I'm Dick Summer, and here's the first part of the vibrations forecast for August 15th. For Aries, like actor Gregory Peck, a generator day. Keep moving. Don't let the tails bog you down, and you'll make some heavy voltage sparks. You're very strong today. For Taurus, like musician Liberace, a firm action day. Some situation has been dangling for quite a while. It's time to tie it up securely, or cut it loose and let it fall. For Gemini, like dancer Isadora Duncan, you are extra sensitive to other people's feelings today. That could result in a genuine romantic relationship. For moon children like comedian Phyllis Diller, fighting is a waste of precious time this week. Use the energy for creative projects. Your creativity is high. Don't let your temper louse it up. For Leo, like author Paul Gallico, all bets are on today. A good intuition and hunch day. Stay with that small voice inside you, unless you're just listening to a small transistor radio. And for Virgo, like football's John Brockington, time to think out some recent action. You've been hasty and unbending towards some people who really care. Remember the good times, not just the tough ones. We'll have the second part of the vibrations forecast for you in just a few minutes.
Cannot get no satisfaction, which means that I am very satisfied. It is 11:14 on 66 NBC.
Ed, isn't that Rachel from the soap opera?
Yeah, and there's the guy from
the 10 o'clock news.
It isn't so surprising that people of excellence demand excellence in the places they dine. And that's why Gian Marino has become such a favorite among the stars and gourmets of every walk of life. Gian Marino has received 3 stars from John Cannaday of the New York Times. John calls it a place that he doesn't see how you can help not enjoying. Gian Marino features exquisite Italian cuisine for lunch and dinner, including pastas, veal, Neapolitan lobster, and filet mignon. The service and ambience combine to make it a memorable occasion. Gian Marino, 221 East 58th Street. Open for lunch and dinner weekdays, and of course, dinner on weekends. Phone Plaza 21696. Plaza 21696 for reservations. Gian Marino, a restaurant for people like you who like excellence.
Hey, look who just walked in.
How'd everybody get in my room?
New York comes alive on Channel 9.
Now, come
Come alive with international adventure and intrigue when Robert Wagner stars in It Takes a Beat, tonight at 6 on Channel 9. At 7, join Larry Kenny on Bowling for Dollars. Great action, great entertainment, tonight on WORTV Channel 9.
Welcome to Live on Channel 9. Welcome to Live on Channel 9. Welcome to Live on Channel 9.
Those things that you do for love.
The things we do for love. The things we do for love. The things.
Hi, I'm Dick Summer, and here's the second part of the Vibrations forecast. We did the first part just a little while ago. For Libra, like cartoonist Al Cap, there will be a conflict in opinion from several sources you trust. Make your own decisions, but sleep on it first. For Scorpio, like public opinionist George Gallup, quite a few factors playing on you today are sneaky or stupid or both. Stay out in front and honest. You can be splendid tonight. For Sagittarius, like actor Broderick Crawford, you come across some information that will point toward a new career for you. You make the switch, the beginning will be hard, but you'll do well. For Capricorn, like comedian Joey Adams, some physical problems today, nothing serious. Just relax as much as possible and get some rest tonight. Don't get drawn into arguments during the day. For Aquarius, like poet Lord Byron, money will be frustrating some important plans for you today. Look for new ways to make it, but don't be foolish. Perhaps you must reassess your needs. And for Pisces, like actress Merle Oberon, you're a devilish delight, a lusty, tender lover tonight. Long-term relationships may develop if you give them a chance. Want to check your future with the Vibrations forecast every day at about this time. Lonely days, lonely nights. Where would I be without my woman? As number of answers to that one too. Yes, I know. 11:23 on 66 NBC. We will have Mouth versus Ear tonight in response to many requests. We will not sign off the transmitter this week, and we'll have Mouth versus Ear instead. So, at least I don't think we'll turn off the transmitter. Well, we may do it in the nude. You know, it was a good idea last week, and it could be a good idea this week also. In fact, it's warmer this week than it was last week. Anyway, Mouth versus Ear is at about 1:30 or so, or maybe a little bit earlier, depending on how that goes down. 11:24 on 66 NBC.
The bright name inside. Sterling Optical. The bright name inside. Sterling Optical.
Now that we can publish our prices, it's easy to see why Sterling Optical is the oldest and largest optical organization in New York. At Sterling, you can choose from 30 styles of eyeglasses for women, children, and men at a price of just $15. And there's more here than meets the eye. Sterling's $15 price includes single vision clear glass or plastic lenses in your prescription. Sterling's $15 price includes quality frames and designs for every lifestyle. Sterling will never give you less than full professional ophthalmic service, and you can have same-day service in filling many prescriptions. For the best eyeglass value, see Sterling Optical and get a real eyeful. 30 styles, $15 at all Sterlings in the greater metropolitan area.
Sterling Optical, the bright name inside.
Food critics all around town are praising one of the oldest and finest Mexican restaurants in Manhattan, Fonda La Paloma, 256 East 49th Street. At Fonda La Paloma, you'll find love in the kitchen and an obvious respect for the customer. Dine and Sal personally make sure you're satisfied with whatever Mexican delicacy, while you dine in a romantic south-of-the-border atmosphere. You'll find that totally authentic Mexican food can only be topped by their fabulous drinks, margaritas or pina coladas. Relax at the end of the meal while listening to their strolling guitars and sipping the La Fonda Paloma specialty, Café Confiquet. That's a large-sized brandy snifter of coffee with liqueurs and brandy topped with whipped cream. It's Mexico's answer to Irish coffee. Fonda La Paloma, located in the lovely Turtle Bay area, 2 blocks from the United Nations. Make your reservation. Fonda La Paloma, 256 East 49th Street. Call them at 421-5495. That's 421-5495.
Would you stop that just a minute? Thank you. It's a terrible sound.
I got a call just now from Gloria, who played center field and got molested by our center fielder the other week. And she wanted to tell me all about Joe, who is getting married. I think Joe is getting married to Donna. Either that, or it's Gloria is in love with Joe and Donna is butting in. Anyway, somehow there is a combination of Gloria, Joe, and Donna. And a lot of people are having a lot of fun with it. Okay? And Angelo Amato, I'm supposed to play something for Angela from Tom. All right? So we'll get something on 66 NBC. There's Moog Duck, folks. Oh, we promised Lori all kinds of things, but that doesn't tell what we're going to give her. Also, Angela Bala wanted me to say hello to the entire world for her because she's still lurking out there on 66 NBC. Such a lonely boy. Oh, boy. 66 NBC, I'm Dick Summer, and this Sunday, the Mouth versus Ear Cheaters wend our way to Jersey, where we'll be playing the McDonald's Routers. And the game is at Jonathan Degnan Memorial Field, which is in West Orange, New Jersey. This is the second annual Mouth versus Ear Cheaters versus McDonald's softball game. And they won the first one by a rather diverting score. Because we have won all but one of our games this year by a score of 9-2. And
23 games.
We're number one in our league, folks. You know that? That's right. Anyway, we'll be playing on Sunday at 3 o'clock, and we will look for you in West Orange at Jonathan Degnan Memorial Field as the Mouth versus Ear Cheaters take over. And the only thing is, we're all hoping that you folks from McDonald's still have the same second base person, because second base is a very popular place. It is 11:38 on 66 NBC. I'm Dick Summer, the Mario Pareto Show. Sorry seems to be the hardest word. It's another one. No, that's a kind of a hard word, too. Get out of here. Yes, that's another hard word. You're fired. Yes. It is 11:42 on 66 NBC.
We save money for you at Two Guys. We save money for you at Two Guys.
Yeah, Two Guys, you get twice as much value when it comes to film developing. That's because Two Guys gives you a lot more than just low prices and speedy developing. At Two Guys, you have the satisfaction of knowing that your prints are completely guaranteed. If you don't like your prints for any reason, Two Guys will refund your money, no questions asked. Also, Two Guys gives you quality. That's right. When your pictures come back from Two Guys, you know they're going to be good. That's because they get 109 computerized checks during processing to issue quality, and every picture is returned with a Pro Touch satin finish. Same finish that most professional photographers prefer because the brightness of colors and extra sharpness. So for the best in photographic supplies and film development, always remember Two Guys. Two Guys, where you get twice as much value when it comes to film developing. Drop in at...
We save money for you at Two Guys. Naturally.
Drop in at Two Guys.
Burger you ever did see. It's called Gino's Giant. You listen to me. This giant is out to whoop the Whopper and massacre Big Mac. 2 all-beef burgers piled high with all the trimmings and Gino's special sauce. The greatest just like me, the giant from Gino. You try and see. If you don't like it, then come see me.
66 NBC, that commercial sounded like it needed an announcer on it. It did. There was an announcer on it. He was a friend of mine, and the champ said, I don't want no announcer on my thing. So my friend beat him up. Take 2. Hey, it's 11:47 on 66 NBC. I'm Dick Summer. About 15-20 minutes, we will be having a Love and Touch. And I think you're going to find yourself in tonight's Love and Touch.
In this fast and troubled world.
The Vatican Singers on 66 NBC. It is 11:50. Let's have a song here for Laura from Chris. And this is a nice song. So we'll play it for you. Love and Touch coming along in just a little while. But Signals. 66 NBC. If you added before and enjoyed it, you will enjoy Rhiannoning. Okay, it is about 11:56 on 66 NBC. I'm Dick Summer, and we got 77 degrees in Skyscraper National Park. Weather forecast that calls for kind of a thunderstormish night, and the possibility of some more of that stuff tomorrow. Sunday, however, looks very good for the game against McDonald's over in West Orange. 66 NBC. I'm Dick Summer, and we are here with Mario and Barb and Mike and Kim. They're all here for Mouth versus Ear, which comes on the air in, a little more than an hour or so. And if you would like to get hoisted on our petard, or perhaps hope to hoist us on your petard, this will be your opportunity tonight, folks, as we play Mouth versus Ear. 66 NBC. This is WNBC in New York. It's 12 o'clock.
NBC Radio News, this is Don Doak. Space Shuttle officials are turning their attention to the future after Friday's successful flight of the Enterprise. Dan Blackburn reports from Los Angeles.
Applause had hardly died down before preparations began for the next in a scheduled series of 5 free flights. The post-flight debriefings focused not only on what occurred during Friday's successful test, but also on what changes might be necessary for the upcoming flights. Space Shuttle program officials indicate that the first flight went so well that only a few changes will be needed. Program manager Deke Slayton says the immediate task is pretty clear.
From here on, we intend to do build-up on what we've done, primarily stability and control at high and low speeds, which is what we will be doing on the next 2 flights.
Slayton notes that